Hey, for those new to my channel, I'm Barbara, multiple entrepreneur, psychotherapist and mother. I want to provide you with change and health tools to live a healthy, happy and fulfilled long life. How do you actually feel? Do you feel like quitting? Do you feel like nothing is working? Do you feel like it's impossible? Or do you feel like it's just getting nowhere? These moments every one of us experiences probably more than once in our lives. So how can you now answer that? What exactly can you do to improve? How do you achieve purpose in a happy, fulfilled life when everything seems to overwhelm you and you get out of energy and perspective or orientation? Besides that, there are these people who seem to achieve everything that easy way without troubles, hurdles or anything hindering them getting there. Thus looking young and agile, as if their altering process would not take place with them, as if they never experienced troubles or negative things in their life. That can be even more frustrating. The good thing for you is you have everything in your hands to turn such situations into a positive spiral. For this, I gathered together my personal recipe, 7 habits that will definitely improve your life too. They work for me and my clients. I'm sure they will fit for you as well. So many successful people out there have a job that demands them, families, they need them. How do you think they get all these things at once together? I get that asked as well. I made my career in finance and banking, built up my own private equity company, sold that successfully, built up and run a company with micronutrition and tools for change and health, support my husband, who is biological dentist in his private practice, accompany our little daughter to grow up and live a life she wants, write books and much more. And I also had traumatic episodes in my life, as for example the time when my son died. So what is my recipe now to all of that? My formula is to having built a solid base with habits I execute every single day as good as possible, an attitude towards life that is always looking at the bright side of life, never stop learning and improving and letting myself be inspired by people, philosophers and best practices to establish routines that are of great support for me. And now for you, if you decide to implement these as well. Fact is, those who manage to establish healthy habits sustainably and regularly executed are those who are successful. You need best practices, rules to follow, easy steps to execute, so that even in times where you face a lot of troubles, you still manage to stay on track and not losing your success path. In today's episode, I want to give you my 7 fundamental habits, things to do and best practice every single day, which support you in improving every single day, staying on track no matter where you are actually standing, wherever you are and be situated in life. To some people, these might sound too simple, but in fact, just a few of us manage to implement those successfully and consistently in life. Let us start with the first important habit to prepare for the day ahead. Key with every habit is that it needs active practice and not just something you read, hear or talk about. Make it your habit and you profit from it. In its essence, it is something you do every single day with yourself. You look inside, you think about your feelings and thoughts and turn it into action. You step into intensive dialogue with yourself and come up with a creative process of ideas, wishes and dreams, which you then turn into action to make them real. Very often, people find themselves stuck in the situation that they wish, want, desire, but they don't know what exactly and how to get there, nor do they take concrete actions to get there. One way of preparing yourself is to journal every day to get more clearance about your life. Some journal, some doodle, whatever way you prefer, it is all about being consistent. No matter if you prefer in the evening or in the early morning hours. For me personally, I do have a mixture of preparing in the evening for the next day, including getting my desk done and browsing through the day in the morning to be clear about priorities and achievements for the day. One positive aspect of journaling is, to my mind, that it supports you in calming you down. Every one of us is confronted with overload of information, needs, desires, requirements, other people asking you for this and that, not feeling completely overwhelmed. Helps if you calm down, regulate yourself in seeing the things clear in your mind. The habit number 2, consistency. Decide, dedicate and commit to it. One of my best friends always says, every day a little step done and you achieve everything you want in life. I could not summarize it better. In fact, greatness is achieved through every day dedicating, acting and progressing and improving. Besides this, for me, this is not work in a bad way. As I also often hear people say, I don't want to work. If you have this attitude, you need to know that in the so-called blue zones, people who achieve 100+ years are productive, working their whole life. It even supports them in living a fulfilled long life in great vitality. So it keeps them young. In fact, I'm convinced it depends what your life vision really is. If you are dreaming and wishing yourself a happy, healthy, fulfilled life, you need to do something for it. The more regular on a daily basis, the better. It turns into your healthy daily routine and habit, and thus is completely normal to you. A little bit of progress every single day. Focus on what you achieve on this every day. Be proud of it and improve it. A great rule to writing a book, for example, is to write some pages every single day. If you do so, you have your book written in some weeks. I wrote 4 books within the last 5 years and helped to edit the book my husband wrote. The same comes to a healthy body. If you cook healthy every single day, you get a routine in shopping and cooking healthy. Fresh ingredients, you feel better every single day. Cravings become less. You long for more exercise. Thus, a positive cycle is put into place that is no longer easy to stop. Your brain knows what is good for you. You can't lie anymore to yourself that well. Even though you might fall back one day because of circumstances or old routines that want you to fall back or tempt you, you definitely will come back on the health habit track. Because you experience how great you feel and the more successful you can be. Me personally, I try to be productive every single day. I do have goals for each month, breaking them down, sticking to them, reprioritizing them in case I have family issues that go first, for example. But I never lose track. That's the way I built up a private equity company and sold it successfully. Did 3 academic degrees and made my PhD, built up a health service company, wrote books and much more. There are so many opportunities to put into reality if you trust in your potential. Don't lose track and stay consistent. Don't miss them, you have all in your hands. The core message is be present, do the work that needs to be done, get every day something done and improve a little bit every single day. 1% every day and you achieve greatness. Habit number 3, exercise in nature or walk. Find your base in nature through walking and spending time outside. Do this regularly with family or friends to experience time together in an environment that grounds you. Very often, we lose a connection with nature and thus with ourselves. There is this method of contemplative walking, which is a perfect way of introspection, thinking about oneself, being clear about your happiness, how you contribute yourself to it, and which measures help and support you getting there. It is not just ideal to give your mind a rest. It helps you to get in distance with day-to-day stress levels, finding the beauty in the nature and the company of ones you love. Just being, not expecting or demanding. My personal favorite is to go for a run in the nature around the lake where I live. My mobile is left at home. My thoughts, worries, whatever is also left at home. My work is left at home. Just me, my running shoes and the nature. As I do have a little daughter, she very often accompanies me on her little bike, which we enjoy also very much. Very often I decide just walking, not running, so that I even focus more on giving myself a rest and find a base. Giving my mind a pause from really everything. Having recovery time. I appreciate what I have. I find myself in gratitude about the wonderful life I have. How great it is to live where I can live. I see the beauty of the nature and people around me in these moments. I really try to do this exercise every single day, no matter how long or short this is. It is like a dedicated time out in gratitude and appreciation. I really profit from this time out enormously. So should you. Give it at least a serious try. Habit number 4, appreciate your loved ones on time. How often do you find yourself being so taken by the daily doings that you hardly find time for your friends and family? Life is too short not to appreciate your friends and family, putting them first in your life. If you take your loved ones for granted, or you are completely wrong with that attitude, neither can you possess them, as many parents, wrongly enough, take their kids like a possession they own, or a bag they need to have, or even worse, through which they want to live their dreams. They cannot realize themselves. Everyone around you is like a good companion on time. Try to discover every single day the beauty of your companions, what you can learn from them, how you can support them. The more you appreciate and cherish it, the better. Don't leave each other after a fight without hugging and telling you love each other or not saying goodbye. It could be the last time you see each other. Don't make them feel guilty because you have troubles getting your things done. Forgive them if there is something to forgive now. Enjoy the moment with your loved ones now. Habit number 5, generosity and engagement in social life. Give back, be generous. Many of highly successful people sometimes lose track in their relationship issues. They turn into workaholics. Everything other than work has a low priority, if at all. One can just assume how unhealthy this is because humans are social and they need the bonding, they exchange their growth with others. There is a long-term study that expresses what people that live a long, happy life appreciate most and what they need most. And relations is one of the key topics when it comes to longevity, success, and leading a happy, healthy life. So make it a priority to engage with others, contribute to the community, share with others. Be generous. The more we give back to others, the more we will get. Of course, one should not give for the reason to get. It is more an attitude of being grateful for the good life we have and give others that have less luck the ability to take the opportunity and people supporting them to see their real potential. Habit number 6, challenge yourself, break your boundaries. Some years ago, I did the New York Marathon just to see if I can handle the challenge. Without real preparation, just for fun. I love to run long distances and to challenge myself. I grabbed a book how to prepare 5 weeks before just to see if I would miss something, not really preparing except doing my running routine in a regular way. After having read the book, I became insecure if I really could make it. As I already booked the flight and ticket, I decided to give it a try. Do it just for fun and the experience. The only main thing I had in my mind that I need to get mentally over the 30K. The wall, as many describe it, after that the rest would be easy. During the race I had so much fun. The atmosphere was so great that I just simply focused on getting to the 30. When I reached it, I knew the rest is also possible for me. Why I tell you this? One thing is excellent preparation, but more important to my mind is a strong, convinced mind of achieving things and a strong will to challenge yourself on a regular basis and fight limitations you establish over time yourself. This is such a strong experience for me until now. Whenever I feel like giving up, not finishing something, not having enough energy to fix something, I remind myself of the feeling of getting through the marathon for the first time and how many emotions have been after having successfully finished it there. You know how it feels having given everything, how you can recover and start all over again. If you visualize yourself this experience or having already made such an experience and remember yourself how far you already have come, you know that you can make and achieve really everything what you want. A happy relationship, a breakthrough business-wise, a challenge you put yourself through, whatever it is for you. Success awaits you. You have to fight the resistance. This might be needed to overcome. Growth is always at the end of the road where your target is waiting for you, whether it is finishing a book, being successful in your business, living a happy relation. Dedicating yourself to an endurance sport helps you to overcome resistance in life easier. You know that you can break your limitation, get far ahead of it. Just use this experience and principles of getting there for what you aim for. No matter if you are a long distance runner, prefer going to the gym, love biking. Physical endurance challenges also your mental situation. You improve your brain, your attitude with every little or big success. Habit number 7, educate yourself. Read, get inspired, exchange yourself with others. Throughout my life, I always loved reading, absorbing wisdom, knowledge, ideas of people of different fields of experience. It let me grow, so will you. If I would not have studied integrative psychotherapy, for example, I would not have known that well how I have to deal with the death of my son. If I would not have soaked up so many books on business, finance and management, my finance and banking career would have been so much more of a challenge. Without educating myself and passing different management studies, exchanging myself with others, my business life would have been more a trial and error thing than expertise and professionalism. If I wouldn't keep reading every single possible minute in my life, I wouldn't be able to feel that fulfilled, happy and motivated to get things done, being successful and improving every day as good as I can, no matter what challenges there are in life for me. Improving life is a fascinating journey. If you allow yourself the process, keep going, put it into daily action and habits, you will see in a short time how much you grow and get done. So let yourself move forward and change your life to the better through continuous improvement. See you in my next video, and don't forget to stay in my channel so you won't miss anything. I appreciate that you join my community so we can grow and change together for the better. Thank you. Your Barbara.